Ladies and gentlemen, we started the World Championship. Chopper is done. Budapest and second will carry on for the next week. We're going to give you a short schedule of today's program, both in Budapest and Debrecen, to take a quick view on the screen so we can let you know.
Welcome to Budapest, everybody, and we're really looking forward to some water polo action today on Margaret Island in this fantastic facility called the Alfred Heisz National Swimming Stadium. Budapest has been an excellent host for us over the past couple of weeks in these 19th FINA World Aquatics Championships. We're not quite there yet, though. A few days competition left in the various disciplines. But water polo very much advancing as we move into what is known as the crossover matches, playoffs. 4 games today, the Netherlands meeting Canada here, then New Zealand against France, and later Kazakhstan will play Spain and Hungary meet Argentina. It's a warm day. Not that the players will notice that once they splash down into that pool. So the first game is between the Maple Leafs of Canada and the Orange of Netherlands. 2 o'clock in the afternoon here in Hungary. And the public address system at the moment is in full throttle. And just informing the spectators that very shortly we'll see the national flags of these 2 competing nations, Canada and the Netherlands. Canada finished 3rd in Group A. They had a 7-7 draw with Italy to begin with, and then a bit of a romp, 22-2 against Colombia, before losing their final match, but only 11-7 to the hosts Hungary. Netherlands, on the other hand, finished 2nd in Group B. This is called the round of 16. They overcame Argentina by 29 goals to 6. Lost the key match, though, to USA by 11-7, and then rather humbled South Africa by 22 goals to 1. So Netherlands have already racked up 58 goals in this championship. Canada have scored 36. It's nice and still today. There are some fluffy white clouds overhead. I don't think they are going to threaten us. And the fans are all in their seats now, ready for this first of the day's matches in the round of 16. We've seen a lot of goals in this pool. Some very entertaining teams. 1 or 2 new teams here this year. The likes of Colombia and Thailand as we introduce the referees here. Raffaele Colombo from Italy and David Gomez from Spain. They have a mighty responsible job on their hands today to keep law and order. There are a lot of fouls committed in water polo. Some of them just to halt the opposition when they're in full flow. Tactical fouls, those are. Some are more malicious. But the rules in water polo are very similar in many respects to basketball, with fouls and free throws and time limits. We'll explain it all as we go along. So Laura Arts is the goalkeeper for the Netherlands today, followed by Erich Wolvesch. Plays for a team called the Polo Bears. Number 3 will be Brigitte Slaking, who's in Greece these days with the Olympiakos club. Number 4, Sabrina van der Sloot, who has scored, getting on for 300 goals in her career. Lola Moerhuisen also from the Polar Bears club. She netted 4 times in the win against Argentina. 6 is Simone van der Kratz, who was the top goal scorer in the Tokyo Olympics last year. She netted 28 times. She has 11 goals here already. 7 is Bent Roger, who's at State University in Arizona. Vivian Sevedic is going to wear the number 8 cap today. Kitty Joustra, number 9, approaching 100 caps for her country. Also at University at Berkeley, United States of America. 10 Ilse Koolhaas, scored in 2 of the 3 matches so far. Maxine Schaap will be number 11. Plays for the Dazan club. Last of the outfield players to join us is Nina Tembroek. Plays in Spain at Terrassa. And finally the second goalkeeper, Sarah Bush. She plays here in Hungary, the Dunaj Maras club. One of 2 players with that club. The coach for the Netherlands is Evangelos Dudasis, who is Greek. Now the crowd is asked to welcome the Canadian team, which began with that draw with Italy. Had a tough game against Hungary to end with, and you wonder if that's taken quite a bit out of them. But the Canadians have a proud record in water polo. Participated in their first Olympics for 16 years recently. Their goalkeeper today has been one of the best in the tournament so far, Jessica Goodrow. Followed on stage by number 2, Kelly McKee, who plays for the wonderfully named Calgary Renegades. 3, Axel Cravier, got a hat-trick against Colombia and a couple of goals against Hungary as well. Another from university in America, University of California is where Emma Wright is from Day to Day. She's a left-handed player. 5 is Amanda Amorosa from Montreal. Nearly 300 goals in her career. 6, Gurpreet Sohi from Fraser Valley in British Columbia. Verika Bakoc, born in Toronto. She scored in every game so far, got 4 against Colombia. 8 is Ray Leknes, another from Calgary. Now the top goal scorer will be on stage next, and she is Hayley McKelvey. She found the net 5 times against Colombia, 3 times against Hungary, and twice against Italy. 10, the exotically named Kyra Christmas. 11, Kindred Paul. She might not thank me for saying this. She's the only outfielder without a goal so far. 12 is Sheila Roche. She actually netted the late equaliser in the draw with Italy. And completing the Canadian lineup, the second goalkeeper, Clara Volpisi from Romania, born in Craiova. Coach of Canada is David Paradello. Quite a calm man at the moment. He'll be more animated as we gather pace during the course of the game, which is just minutes away from getting underway. We'll all rise now as we observe the national anthems of the 2 competing countries. of support here today for the Netherlands. And now the national anthem of Canada.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the anthem of Canada.
A nice close-up shot of David Paradello there, hoping that the Canadians can continue some fairly consistent form. They've conceded only 20 goals in 3 matches. Their goalkeeper's been brilliant, Jessica Gaudreau from Capital Wave. The Netherlands' forte has been scoring goals, 58 already. One of the most prolific teams here in the women's competition. And here we have Gaudreau's name, the goalkeeper, Kelly McKee, number 2. Crevier got a hat-trick last time out. The goalkeepers wear numbers 1 and 13 always. Verika Bakoc has also been prolific with 6 goals so far. And Hayley McKelvey has 10. Historically, the Canadians have had a good record in World Championships, but they were 4th in 2017 and 9th in 2019, so they're looking to improve on their most recent placings in the World Championships. Half the team do play professionally in Europe. So they were 9th in Guangzhou, but twice silver medalists. Their last medal came in Rome in 2009. That was a silver. We'll have a look at the way Netherlands will line up in a moment from there 1 to 13. Number 1 is the goalkeeper Laura Arts, 25-year-old in the European Championship winning team in Barcelona in 2018. So there she is, number 1. The reserve goalkeeper is Sarah Bausch. Number 2, it is pronounced Irish Wolvish, not Irish Wolves, as some people would have it. And also there are some prolific players, especially Lola Mulhausen and Simone van der Kratz, with 11 goals apiece so far. The coach is Greek, Evangelos Doudesis. He's got the baseball cap on today, unsurprisingly. Netherlands finished 6th at the recent Tokyo Olympic Games. Last World Championship placing was 7th. They are Olympic champions and world champions once each. They finished 2nd in their group behind the United States of America after overcoming Argentina and South Africa heavily and just losing that 1 match to USA by 7 goals to 11. This is the first offering of the day for you in women's water polo in Budapest. And I hope you're going to stay with it and enjoy all the action. And it comes thick and fast, believe you and me. Beginning with the sprint to see who can grab the ball first. Watch out for the referees to raise their arms. The second they drop the arm, that's the hint to go. Just one other thing to tell you, that Canada are wearing white caps today. The Netherlands are with the blue caps. There's the arm. Here we go. Fasten your safety belts, as we always say. Looks to me as though the Blue Caps are going to get there first. They do. The Netherlands advantage. So they take the first of the day's sprints, and they launch their first move with Ilse Koolhaas. And they get the first goal of the match, though, from this opening move. You see players manoeuvring positions, and then shots can come in from anywhere. And she fires this one in with the left hand, but it is over the top of the crossbar from the first attempt of the day. You'll see number 13 is the Canadian goalkeeper, Clara Vulpisi. So a bit of a rest today for Jessica Gaudreau. She could figure later. All the 13 players on the roster can play a part. Can be substitutions or anything. Tipped out by the goalkeeper, so that means it will be a corner here for the Canadians, the Maple Leafs. Interesting the positions that the defending team take up now. There's a chance for Canada. They were defensively well organised there, Netherlands. You always expect plenty of goals in their matches. The other thing I should tell you is that each side has 30 seconds in which to conjure up a shooting opportunity. If they don't do that, then the ball is handed over to the opposition. So it is Netherlands in a shooting position again here now. Played in centrally, they stay through the centre of the pool as well, then out to the left-hand driver. As the flank players are known, but that's a poor ball way over the top of her colleague, and neither side has settled just as yet. Involved in the action for Netherlands there was Koolhaas, who's close to 100 international appearances. Now for Canada, Kindred Paul from Edmonton, the only Edmonton player in the squad. Still we look for the first goal of the contest. Kindred Paul, unlucky. Well, that would have been a moment for her. She hasn't scored. She's the only Canadian outfield player who hasn't got a goal yet. And by the way, it is the correct terminology, outfield, even though they're in water. The Netherlands, often known as Holland, of course, skims across the pool and out harmlessly. Interesting that Clara Vulpisi should start the game in goal for Canada. She plays for the University of the Pacific, Romanian by birth. And it is Canada's turn to look for this first goal again. There's a foul committed and already taken, and we have the day's first goal, and it has gone to Canada. That's why the Maple Leaf substitutes are applauding here. And the first goal of the contest is fired in by Canada's Axel Crevier. Nothing goalkeeper Arts could do about this one. So the first meaningful action of the day here in Budapest. Look out for the number 3 cap. Fires it in just off the inside of the upright. And it is Crevier's 6th goal of the championship. Took quite a while in finding. 2.5 minutes. 8 minutes, remember, in each of the 4 quarters that make up a water polo fixture. Netherlands very capable of hitting back as and when. They have some of the most prolific players in the entire championship. Clock ticking down. There's a lot of whistling going on now. That's because the referee on this side of the pool has called for the ball. And he's taking instructions, which is why there is a halt in proceedings. Not sure if there's a VAR going on. Yeah, it looks like it. Could be a potential penalty, I suppose. Now, play on is the message, and the ball will be thrown out again by the referee. Sometimes there are a few obscure rules. But it will be, once again, the Netherlands who launch the next move. Much of the play seems to be centred around Ilse Koolhaas at the moment. Chance here from the angle. Back in as the clock ticks away. Once again off the crossbar and safely back in the hands of the Canadian goalkeeper, Clara Volpisi. She's had 3 minutes of play so far, and she's come a long way here to create a scoring opportunity, but brilliant interception from the goalkeeper. Really good play from Laura Arts, or was it? Well, she's going to have to scuttle back sharply now because the penalty was awarded against the Netherlands, so it is still Canada looking to get further into the ascendancy here. Substitutions take place regularly, so it's not always easy to tell you who is still out there. Once again, the foul is committed by the Netherlands, probably a deliberate one that. It is Canada trying to get a 2-goal lead here. They've got the first of the match, can they get the second as well? Unspectacular start in many ways, but they're going to have to take the shot on at some stage, and once again it's flicked off the frame. Coming up to the midpoint of the first quarter. Canada leads by the only goal of the game so far, scored by Axel Crevier. And the Netherlands strike back now. Well, that's the question being posed. And they've created a good position here. Although it's not as easy in the pool as it is from the sidelines often. Has to drag the ball down. Fires it in to just wide of the mark, not by a long chalk, with the Dutch coach there. Evangelos Doudidis is a new coach for the Netherlands, taken over since the Olympic Games in Tokyo. Neither side has really got on song as yet, which is why we've had just the one goal. You think the Netherlands will come back and get one of their own before too long. They're in a good position now as Canada funnel back as sharply as possible. Still 10 seconds, roundabouts, a little less now. They've got to get this shot through somehow, somewhere. And, well, it was a palm down. But they've not been able to piece together a meaningful move as yet, the Netherlands, which is strange, having scored so many times in the previous matches. They even got 7 against the USA. But 58 in the 3 matches so far, but none as yet today, with less than 3 minutes left in the opening quarter. Canada's Sheila Roche from Laval in France. Once again, that frame of the goal is there to intervene. Well, the Netherlands all over Canada in midstream there. Once again, it may have been deliberate. Can she spin on this one? 2 arms raised, and there's a bit of confusion going on. The opportunity might occur on the angle. That's a better ball. Once again, a feint shot. Someone's got to take it on eventually, but once again it bounces off the water, up against the crossbar. Canada 1, Netherlands 0. 1 minute and 50 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Netherlands on the move forward. I would imagine they're happy that they're only 1 adrift at the moment. Canada have probably had the better chances. Netherlands need to piece something together quickly. Can they do that now? It was a decent attempt, but it came down off the crossbar and easily enough for the Canadian goalkeeper Volpisi to gather the ball in. Well, I think it's the lowest scoring quarter we've seen so far. Just 1 goal scored and 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining on the clock. Canada looking to go 2 ahead. So far, so good for them. Trying to find that perfect position to get the shot away. That was a good position, but again, a bit too much height on the shot. Came in from Kyra Christmas. Came early. Better looking move from the Netherlands here. They've created space and an angle from which they should profit. But they're definitely not on their peak form as yet. Maybe they can change all that around now in these closing moments of the first quarter. Still 40 seconds on the clock. All told, and at long, long last, the Netherlands are back in the contest with the equalising goal. But by Jove, it took a long time in coming from Ben Rogge. 1-1. Rogge's fourth of the championship. It's not gone through the arms of the goalkeeper. Now, the technical terms for that was a donut. Bente Rogge's first goal of this game. She was a late replacement, actually. She came in for Canada looking to restore their advantage with about 25 seconds to go, including 20 for this move, so they can take their time over it, try and time it to perfection so that there'll be no time left at all if they can get a second goal. It's one apiece at the moment. And a foul there, so they are vulnerable here, the Netherlands, very vulnerable. And that is the result of that vulnerability. It's 2-1 Canada. Well manoeuvred goal, finally poached by Verica Bakoc. Well, they took their time, and they got that absolutely right. And Bakoc has moved on to 7 goals for the championship. Canada lead 2-1 as we're about to hit the end of the first quarter. Verica Bakoc, is the university club. She has scored in every match now. Lady from Toronto. 3 seconds, so that's why the shot was taken on from distance. Rarely do you see one of those beating the goalkeeper. But at the end of this first quarter, Canada have the slightest of advantages. They've scored 2, the Netherlands have scored just 1. That's the scoreline. The orange against the Maple Leafs. Too many goals to celebrate, at 3 in total. We'll get a lot more between now and the end of this match, I can tell you. And, the winners due to advance into the next phase. Two shots for the Canadians and 1 from Netherlands finding the net. Not many other shots really, but a few good blocks. The odd save by the goalkeepers. Netherlands, by the way, along with Hungary, are the most successful countries in the FINA Water Polo World Cup in men's and women's respect to the Netherlands in the women's. And here they are, but they're trailing. As we come to sprint number 2. Canada won the first sprint, and Netherlands win the second one by a fingernail. So a sprint apiece. The two teams are playing the same way they started the game, but they do change ends at half-time. And it's the Netherlands now looking to establish a lead for what would be the first time in the match. Here is their goal scorer. Save made by Clara Volpisi, who's still out there ahead of Jessica Guadrou. That's a great long ball fired across by Verike Bakoc. Still Canada leading by the odd goal in 3. By no means as prolific as we expected. So the Netherlands very capable of pulling one back here. An angle created and profited from. It's 2 apiece now. That was much better from the Netherlands. The first real attack they've managed to piece together, and it is Sabrina van der Sloot who scores again her 4th of the championships, the 31-year-old. One of the leading scorers at the Tokyo Olympic Games, and she brings parity to the match. She is the captain of the Dutch team. One of those who's played the majority of the matches. So Canada 2. Netherlands 2. Canada's next attack here, again through the centre of the pool, involving Kelly McKee from Calgary. Opportunity lost though, and so off they go to the other end, and the clock showing 25 seconds before they must get a shot through. They have a real opportunity here. Well, the goalkeeper stood tall. She's close on 6 feet tall, is Clara Volpisi. Certainly did her job well there, and she's got a move going, a swift move here. Could produce a goal. It's a brilliant one. And there's a real assist for the goalkeeper there on the Canadian. 3rd goal scored by Shea Laroche. Best move of the game by a long chalk so far. Laroche from Laval, who has over 300 goals for the Indiana University team in the United States of America, has restored Canada's advantage at 3-2. Her last goal was that late equaliser in the draw with Italy. A much brighter start to the second quarter. Still early afternoon here in Hungary. Excellent block made, but the ball's still in the hands of the Netherlands. Get the feel that they're getting a feel for the water just a little bit now, and for the contest. Moving the ball around much more smoothly. Big chance here. Oh, brilliant defending. That's a superb block. It really was. But they're still coming on strongly. Opportunity lost for the time being. The clock again showing another 20 seconds. They really are biding their time over this. I think they'd fire it in as soon as they got the opportunity. Once again, another 20 seconds. It's unrelenting pressure on the Canadian goal. You'd feel they'd have to profit at some stage. Brilliant. The goalkeeper, Volpisi, is an early contender for player of the match. It's a corner, but she won't mind that. Corner throw to come for the Netherlands. Succession of penalties conceded by Canada, though. Slightly concerning for the coach. Means they're under pressure, and you would feel there's got to be a goal at the end of this somehow here for the Netherlands. Well, that has been absolutely resolute. Super defending from Canada. over the best, well, more than a minute, I would have said. But those outstretched arms did the job, including the goalkeepers at the end there, just to foil the number 3, Brigitte Slaking. Canada moving into an ominous position. Never been more than 1 goal in it so far. It's still Canada 3, Netherlands 2. Couldn't quite pick out a colleague without having to go backwards to retrieve the ball. But remember, you can pass the ball forward, sideways, backwards. Corner kick. Oh, corner throw. Get so used to saying corner kick. And the Canadian coach there is David Paradello, looking rather anxiously at the moment at his charges. Can they find this 4th goal, which would stretch the advantage? And the Canadian team in general has had difficult preparations for these World Championships in Hungary due to COVID and due to 1 or 2 retirements as well. More of that in a second as the Dutch sweep forward now. The ball still in the grasp of the goalkeeper, though. That's a good ball from her. To this left-hand driver, and then to the right hand. The right hand of the pool, but the left-handed player trying to make it 3 apiece. No long-range shooting as yet. Preferring the deliberate build-up. Canadian rearguard, the centre-backs and the goalkeeper are doing an absolutely outstanding job so far. I was saying the Canadians are without 3 regular players, as Gilles Bicatzi and Claire Wright, who have both retired, and Monica Eggins, who's taking a summer off. It is the Canadians moving into threatening position again. There's no foul, it's just a very good interception by Sabrina van der Sloot. Continues to be a low-scoring affair compared to most of the matches we've seen here before in the Alfred Heijos pool. Now a big chance and a big goal as well. It means they're level. Canada at long last concede to Vivian Sevenic. Sevenic's first goal. She got a couple against Argentina, she got 1 against South Africa, and now she has 1 here against the Canadians. And we're all square at 3 apiece. I think probably deservedly so. The Netherlands have been better in this second period than they were in the first. And remember, they trailed at 2-1. Still 2.5 minutes remaining in this second quarter, which gets us to the halfway point of the match. Doesn't look as though it's going to be a high-scoring affair either. Well, that one's into the net. The whistle had already sounded, so it was not a goal. And instead, it's been 4-3 Canada. It could be about to become 4-3 Netherlands. They haven't had the leaders yet. Heard that whistle go before that ball was fired into the net at the other end of the pool. They're queuing up here though now, Netherlands. The ball moving swiftly across the hands. Again, they're foiled. Several dry passes there, which is when the ball is passed from hand to hand without touching the water. But it still yielded absolutely nothing for the Netherlands. So it's Canada's turn to look again. And the ball there was well away from the intended recipient. And that's easily intercepted as well. So neither side has really hit their straps offensively. Both done well defensively, especially that man's team, Canada. The Netherlands hoping that they can find a lead before half-time. It will be hard-earned if they do. Just under a minute remaining in between two defenders, but it was easy enough for that Central Canadian defence to cope with again. Kyra Christmas was fouled there by Maxine Schaap. Christmas, and a long ball, but too long. Somehow, neither side has got to grips with this pool today. The width, the length of the pool, it's normal regulation, obviously, as is the ball there. A lot of shouting going on. A lot of communication, but poor communication in the Netherlands attack. I think we're due a timeout. That's exactly what we are going to have. I think both sides need a little bit of a talking to, some inspiration from the coaches. Still Canada 3, Netherlands 3.
Hey, listen up. Maritza, this is Kira, Haley, all right? Axel, Shay, Emma. Emma, you're going in over here. You're not going to 2 meters. You give the ball to Haley. Haley, step up. If Emma is already there, vertical pass. If not, let's move it on. Right away. Hey,
well, let's see if that one works out. He's organising the next goal, I think. Certainly he's expecting Emma Wright and Hayley McKelvey to be involved in the next score. Well, this will be brilliant if it actually works out and we've had a coach predicting the way the goal is going to be scored. Remains to be seen if that's what happens, but it is the chance for Canada. Goes through the hands, not quite. The pass was from McKelvey, but Emma Wright couldn't convert. An unusual time for a timeout, if you like. We've reached the halfway point of this game, which is why the two teams are changing ends. The Blue Caps move from right to left and the White Caps left to right. It's Canada 3, Netherlands 3. Fascinating contest. Not use the word riveting because there hasn't been that much goal mouth action as usual. But you have to admire the work of the two defences. The Canadian defence with Clara Volpisi excellent in goal, and the centre backs, the defenders, doing a terrific job so far. That's why it's a restricted scoreline. Moment of joy there for the Netherlands. Those three goal scorers have been Bente Rogge, Sabrina van der Sloot and Vivian Sevenich. For Canada, Axel Gravier, Ulrike Pakoc and Sheila Roche have found the net. To the number of times the frame of the goal has been struck, crossbar and posts. I suppose now we're getting into the playoff stages, in the crossover matches. You expect matches to be tight. Cliche would be no easy games. So looking at those statistics, only a 25% shot efficiency rate for the one team, Canada, only 15%. That's so disappointing for the Netherlands, who are usually so prolific. 2 sprints won by Netherlands. And the ball will be on its plinth in the centre of the pool again now. The ball weighs between 14 and 16 ounces. It inflates it to approximately 90% of the pressure. Ladies use a size 4. Always bright yellow in colour. Be prepared for the next sprint. It's going to be close again. Goes to Canada. Thought of having a long-range shot there, chose not to do so. Some of the goals have come early, certainly in the second phase. It took quite a while in the first. Goalkeeper again is equal to this one. And remember, the two sides have changed ends, so we're looking for the blue caps to move now from left to right. It's the Netherlands in possession. Better possession. More accurate passing as well, and this one is fired in. And they have the lead for the first time to the Netherlands, and she swims away, delighted with that finish. That was stylish, and the goalkeeper Volpisi could do nothing about the strike from Lola Moorhissen. Well, she has been prolific throughout the championship, and it's fitting that she's the one who makes it 4-3 with her 12th goal. A second attempt for Mulhazen today, but the first time she's breached the opposition defence. So Canada behind for the first time. Let's see how they respond. Flicked off the fingertips there. Still retaining the possession, Canada, but only a couple of seconds left, which is why they lost possession under panic. And the ball is now with the Netherlands. 4-3 ahead. Two of the most prolific players in the tournament in Mulhazen, who has 12 goals, and Van der Kratz, who has 11. Can they find a 2-goal advantage here? Straightforward shooting opportunity maybe from the angle. Goes for the lob. That's delightful. That's the most classical goal we've seen so far. Did he like that? Oh boy, he certainly did. Super finish from Mulhazen, and that's why she is one of the top scorers in this tournament. She's got 2 in little over a minute now. 5-3, the Dutch are ahead. It's taken them a long time to really get into their best form. Well, that was quality. 5-3 Netherlands. First time either side has managed to get 2 clear. Canada looking to get the deficit back to just 1. We're in the third quarter. Still 6 minutes of it remaining. 10 seconds left in this move. Has to reach a crescendo with a shot. Even if he's on the very last second. Deflected out, but it wasn't the goalkeeper's hand that deflected it. That means it's not a corner. They'll be looking for Mulhazen again in there. She's had such a big impact in this third quarter already with the 2 strikes. Several key players in the Netherlands side. There's a supporting act arriving in the centre just in front of the goal, and you could see that one coming, and all of a sudden it's turning out right for the Dutch coach. Evangelos Dudesis is a much happier man than he was. The goal scorer this time is Kitty Joustra, number 9. And who would have imagined this scoreline? A few minutes ago it went from 3-3 to Canada 3, Netherlands 6 all of a sudden. And those goals have come in with great rapidity. 3 goals in less than 2.5 minutes. Canada looking to Kelly McKee again here now. She's in possession of the ball. And again, she had to drag that one down. One of those sports that can look easy from up here in the commentary position. Failed to get that shot away in the 30 seconds. Frustration for Canada's coach. The winners of this match will meet Greece in the quarterfinals. It's looking quite good for Netherlands at the moment. Defending as well as attacking. Good throw. Perfect throw, in fact. And on the crawl, down that right side. The Canadians surely can find a goal here in the next 20 seconds. It would be good for the game, certainly. In a good position. I went for the lob and it landed on top of the crossbar. They've suddenly lost their shooting instincts. It went wide from Bakoc. And it went high from Bakoc as well. Huge long throw down the pool. Could be 7-3 any second now. Who's going to take on the final responsibility with this Dutch move? There we have it. I knew it was on its way. And it's a different game all of a sudden, with the Dutch number 7, Bedroga, getting her second. The goalkeeper suddenly is vulnerable. Certainly the happier of the two coaches is the Dutch Evangelos Dudesis. She had too much room and easily took advantage. 7-3 it is. The most prolific quarter we've had for either team. And she's converted 50% of her shots. We are in the third quarter of the match, and just 1 8-minute spell to come after this one is concluded in another 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Seems a long time since Canada registered. It's what they're looking to do here now. It was at full stretch, she took it, but it continues the move forward. Still got 5 seconds here. They're going to have to be sharp about creating the shooting opportunity there. Well, they were. But not good enough to beat Laura Arts. Plays here in Hungary at the Dunasváros club. 25 years of age, Laura Arts. And her side is in the lead and may extend that lead very, very shortly. And I think the penalty has been awarded here. Well, the players in this sport do accept decisions rather better than in some other sports, dare I say. Converts it, left hand, far too strong for the goalkeeper. There's another Netherlands goal for Simon van der Kratz. That was the reason for the penalty. This was the conversion of it. Van der Kratz off the mark for the first time today then, obviously at 8-3. She moves on to 12 as well for the tournament. Mulhausen is on 13 now. Two of the top scorers in the entire event. Canada running out of time and running out of space in the water, it would seem, as well. As acrobatically, the save is made. Arts will be centrally stationed again to try and prevent this one going in. Canada ever more desperate for a goal. But they've got one now. That's some encouragement for them. It's been a long time since they were able to applaud a goal. And I'm not quite sure what he's going to do now, but finally they found the net, thanks to Gurpreet Sohi. It is 4-8. have taken a while, but it's a third goal for Sohi. She scored both her previous goals in that big win against Colombia here. 22-2, that one. I think we knew that they were going to concede a lot more goals today against the Netherlands. The question was how many Canada could muster themselves. They are still 4 goals adrift at 8-4. Just over 2 minutes left in the third of 4 quarters. Delightfully done. That's where she's so strong. It was a beautiful finish, subtle. And the Netherlands stretch further away thanks to Maxine Schaap. 9-4 their lead. The first goal for Schaap in this match. She got a couple against Argentina, she got a couple against South Africa. And now she has one against Canada. They have the possession. The Netherlands just need one more to get into double figures. It took them a long time to get going today, surprisingly. All credit to Canada for that. Oh, that's a brilliant save. It's a corner coming up, but it was a super stop from goalkeeper Arts. And they all dash towards the holder of the ball. Now's the latest recipient of it. There's a chance here for Canada to get another goal. Plenty of whistle left, 20 seconds left, and they do get one. It's been a better last few minutes for the Maple Leafs. And that was particularly effective from Kyra Christmas. Great left-handed player. So fends away the opponent initially. She was summoning the ball, asking for it, and that's why she wanted it. It is 5-9. Remember, another match coming up shortly after this one between New Zealand and France. But there's still 1 quarter to go after this one concludes in a minute and 20 seconds time. And if Canada can get another goal here, that will certainly revive their hopes of going through to the next round in that match against the Greeks. Christmas. Possession lost. Wearing the #1 cap for the Netherlands is Laura Arts there, who's saved from the European Championship winning team in Barcelona 4 years ago. The Netherlands have been stymied over the last couple of minutes after that purple patch. Remember, they got back-to-back goals from Lola Mulhausen. Maxine Schaap got their last goal. So Canada have come back strongly at 5-9. Ball handed back to Netherlands and to the goalkeeper, who'll survey the scene ahead and decide where to throw it. Timeout called by the Netherlands. Andrews Evangelos Dudeses, as I say, he's new to the job.
Viv op 1, Simone op 2, Iris op 3, Brie op 4, Lola op 5, Laura in het midden. Sab, je neemt de bal. Wij gaan de laatste 10 seconden aanvallen. Als hebben wij geen kans, wij schieten niet. Oké? De draai op 1-2, hè? Draai op 1-2, draai op 4-5. Iris, wacht op het moment dat Sab komt. Je kan ook later in. Ja.
3-4-5, interesting. 3-4-5 are Bridget Slaking, Sabine van der Schoot and Lola Mulhausen. So watch out for them to be in the thick of things in the next play. Fascinating listening to the coaches, even when you don't understand the language. Look how far the Netherlands keeper has advanced here. Doesn't quite pay off. But the reason the goalkeeper was so far forward, it was at the end of the half. It was a very, very good quarter for the Netherlands. Canada just striking back towards the end of it with those couple of goals, which has given them some hope. But it is Canada 5, Netherlands 9. The Dutch very much in the ascendancy as we move to the final quarter. Enjoying the musical accompaniment to the action here in the pool. The Alfred Hayosh National Swimming Stadium in Budapest on Marcus Island. So the Netherlands are on the cusp of forcing a match in the quarterfinals with Greece. Winners of the match to come between New Zealand and France will play Italy. So there we have the shot efficiency of Canada not quite up to scratch. Netherlands is at 32% to their 26. One penalty shot so far and it was converted. So again we watch for the officials to raise their arms, the referees. Raffaele Colombo of Italy and David Gomez Domingo of Spain. Away we go. Remember the blue caps are Netherlands, the white caps Canada. And it's the Canadian who manages to wrap her left hand around the ball and flick it back, and that's absolutely fine. So sprint won by Canada, and it's 2 apiece in that respect. Now, can Canada really give us a rousing finish to this match with scoring the next couple of goals? It would make it really interesting if they do. This one's kept out. Left-handed effort from Emma Wright, who plays for Shadow Scarborough, who's at the University of California. Well, she's got just the goalkeeper to beat. Oh dear, what a miss. What a miss. She suddenly found herself clear and the coach just cannot believe it. Shayla Roche there has just the goalkeeper in front of her. She obviously dillied and dallied a little bit, trying to confuse the goalkeeper, and then put it over the top. Remarkable. And I wonder how much Canada are going to rue that miss. Oh, did that one come down over the line? It crashed off the crossbar. We do have video action replays, so they will be having a look at that to see if this effort coming in here down into the water, up against the angle really, from Kindred Paul, who's had no fortune in terms of her shooting. And sometimes that preys on the mind of a player, the only one who hasn't got a goal. And then the frame of the goal. Well, obviously they've had a look at the video and satisfied themselves that that ball didn't cross the line a few moments ago. Canada again with that number 11, Kindred Paul. There she is, not going to take on the long ranger. She's getting further forward though, and she has gone closer tonight to a goal than ever before in this tournament, and she goes for goal now, and she's got her just desserts. Hooray! There's a big whistle there. Kindred Paul is the last of the outfield players for the Canadians to score in the championship, and I think nobody would begrudge her that. And And it's important that Canada get that goal to bring it back to 6-9. Really nice moment for Kindred, though, from the University of California. But, born in Edmonton. Canada 6, Netherlands 9. Still game on. We're in the final quarter, which has exactly 6 minutes to run. To say Netherlands are probably still the favourites because they rarely go through a quarter without registering at least twice. But full stretch here, they keep this move going. They're eager to get some shots in. A team of all the talents. But this one's up against the upright again. Can Canada get the next goal to make it 7-9? They've got the only goal of this fourth quarter so far. Also had one big miss as well. Oh, brilliant. That's a crucial moment here with the save made by Laura Arts. Really fine save. She doesn't mind conceding corners after Kyra Christmas's effort. But Canada performing better in this final quarter. Again, the referee's whistle. And again, still 11 seconds left in this move. They must surely score here. They're making hard work of it. They really are. And they've another 13 seconds on the move again. Tipped against the upright. Once again, goalkeeper Arts has proved her worth in the Dutch net. It's just slipping away from the Canadians when they miss those sort of opportunities. And she's happy to hold on to the ball for a long time before delivering the long pass. And it's picked up by Roger. He's got 2 goals tonight. She's going to lose the ball then for a moment. And again, everything happening under the water. But the clock is ticking down to the advantage of the Netherlands. There's a foul off the ball there, which happens frequently. Angle shot maybe. No, they go down the centre again. Just under 11 seconds remaining. And this time it's the other goalkeeper. It's the number 1 for the Canadians, Volpisi with the stop. Getting ever more desperate though, as we've gone beneath 4 minutes left now, which means we're into the final section of the last quarter as well. Halfway through it. Ball into a dangerous position there. And she leapt and she did manage to get fingers on the ball, so it is Canada's attack still. The referee votes for the offensive play. Kyra Christmas. Yeah, brilliant. That was a good team goal. He's pleased with that one. It was absolutely necessary for Canada though to get that goal, and it's Emma Wright who's got it. Scored a couple against Italy, a couple against Colombia. She didn't find the net against Hungary in the last match, but she's found it tonight at a crucial time for Canada to bring themselves back within 2 goals at 7-9. That's what they wanted. Shouts of jubilation. Still a long way to come back though. 2 goals to be had and 3.5 minutes in which to find them. They certainly can't afford to let the opposition from the Netherlands score the next goal. So watch out for the Netherlands to take their time over this move. Reminded they only have the 30 seconds, but it is draining on the opposition when they can't get the ball. Vital moments these. If Netherlands get the next one, you'll feel they're on the way to the next round. No. Well defended. And the Canadian coach is hopping up and down, trying to get his lines organised. Basically, you have 2 lines of 3. Is this the moment for Netherlands to clinch their place? No. Really good from that Canadian defence, especially the goalkeeper. Clara Vulpisi's had a good night. A good afternoon. Forget what time it is. It's 5 to 3 in the afternoon here in Hungary. 2 minutes 45 left. Big chance here for Canada. Oh, puts it over. They've really frittered some good opportunities. They really have. That one by Gurpreet Sohi. If they'd have converted 2 very takeable chances in this final quarter, they'd have been all square at 9 apiece. Some real tussling going on just in front of the Canadian goalkeeper. That's why I say it is a far more physical sport than you realise. Still, Netherlands look for surely what would be a clinching goal if they can get into double figures. Two minutes and 15 seconds. This play restarts from Vulpisi. What a finish we'll have if Canada score now. Well, they have a big chance. They're all grappling for position. 2 minutes, 2 seconds, and a timeout called. Timeout called by Canada. Just 2 minutes left on the clock. Two minutes and 2 seconds to be precise.
5. Kindi, 6 post. Haley, you go 4. Axel, you go 2. No, Veritza, you go 2. Emma, no, Veritza, you go 1. Kira, you go 2. Emma, on the 3 post. We go 4. Let's go.
Watch out for Axel and Emma. On the right, and Axel Crevier. Still 2 minutes and 2 seconds left. 2 goals between the teams. Canada 7, Netherlands 9. They wait for the referee to throw the ball to the goalkeeper. Accuracy of his throw demanded there as well. Canada looking for a goal that would bring them to within 1 of the opposition. That was a good move. It failed to produce a goal, though. It's just tipped against the upright. It was Emma Wright who was foiled. And we're now coming towards just 90 seconds remaining of the match. Still, Greece do not know who they will be facing in the quarter-finals, but the favourites are Netherlands. They're probably just the favourites coming into the match as well. Finished second in their group behind United States of America. Routine stop for Clara Vulpisi. All eyes on the clock. We have clocked in each corner of the pool, so the fans know just how long there is remaining, and we are about to hit the 1 minute mark now. 1 minute left. Canada still need 2 goals though. Oh, brilliant save again made. Laura Arts, for me, is a contender for player of the match. With a number of saves she's made. Terrific performance from the Dutch goalkeeper. She may have even more work to do yet. Once again, Canada finding it difficult to get the shots away, and this one is pumped wide. And well, you would feel almost for certain now that it's going to be the Netherlands who will advance into the next phase of the competition. The countdown is very much on. We're inside the last 30 seconds. They've not been able to reach double figures as yet, Netherlands, but they do lead by 9-7. And they have 25 seconds left in which to either add or stick on the score that they have at the moment. 3 in a row here. And yeah, happy to just hold on to the ball. The onus is on the opposition to come and get it. Can they get into double figures? They can. I think it's just squeezed in the upright there. And it's goal number 10 for the Netherlands. It's taken an awful lot of finding, but ultimately Sabrina van der Sloot has found the way through to end the Canadian resistance with 6 seconds of the match remaining. And that is so decisive. It is 10-7, and that's how she made it 10-7. The next thing you will hear will be the final whistle, the hooter. There it goes. Well, Canada fought all the way. They scored some good goals, but not enough goals. And it is the Dutch who advance. Very happy coach there. Well done from the Canadian opposite number. But ultimately the Netherlands prevail. Just too strong for the North American opposition. Well done to the orange. Final score was Canada 7, Netherlands 10. The Netherlands will play Greece in the quarterfinals. This was the round of 16, of course. Known as the crossover match. Some good individual performances. It took Netherlands, to be frank, quite a long while to get going today. The first 2 quarters were very even. Canada got the first goal of the match, but they ultimately are knocked out. Just a 30% shot efficiency rate for the Netherlands. That's below normal for them. Just 1 penalty in the match, which they did convert. So 2 sprints. Piece 1, personal fouls 13 by Netherlands. There's a lot of holding, 10 by Canada. Once again, the goalkeeper's very much to the fore. Never going to be the most prolific of matches, but when the goals did come, they were well organised, well created. And so we do find who the player of the match is. The Netherlands having won the day, it's no surprise that Lola Mulhuisen is the player of the game. I think the reason for that is that she got the 2 game-changing goals which came in quick succession. She scored the 4th and the 5th goals, which took it from 3-3 to 5-3, and the Netherlands never looked back. So they will vacate the pool, and it will be handed over to 2 more teams, New Zealand and France. Next game to take place here in the Alfred Huys National Swimming Stadium in Budapest. Some people will have come just for the second game, but some will have come for both. So retain their seats. The Water Polo Championship that's been thoroughly enjoyable. Nice to see some new teams competing here as well. They may be making up the numbers, the likes of Thailand and Colombia, but they've played their part in creating an atmosphere. And, whenever the Hungarians appear, it's very atmospheric. Hope you've enjoyed the action from the first game.
Good. Hungarian people will be your judges, okay? Here's the first one. Okay, I give you a few seconds. And there we go. Capitani. It was good. It was good. It was good. You want to get... Okay, this gentleman says it's more or less okay. You want to say it one more time? Just try it. Sovetier Capitani. Yo! Elfogadtuk. Very good. Are you for the next one? If you say it too perfectly, we'll give you a gift. The next one. Okay, the meaning was head coach, international head coach. Okay, here's the next one. Ugro Torori. Very good. Okay, you can apply for the Hungarian citizenship after. You want to live here with us, right? Always. You want to have another one? Why not? Okay. No, sure. Okay, I teach you an extra word. What you say like sure, it's sure and Hungarian it's beer. Sure. So if you want to have beer, you have to say sure. But here's a more complicated one. This is diving tower. So over there, the previous one was diving tower, and the meaning of this one is the swimming cap. No, listen, these people were more, I would say they were laughing instead of cheering, so don't laugh. Then, go. Okay, one more try. I give you a few seconds. There you go, 3, 2, 1. No, they didn't accept it. Okay, who do you want to